Hi, Chateria here, and in this video I will be giving you my review of Borderlands 4, which I've owned for over a month and have played enough of to be familiar with the game. I'll share a brief gameplay sample, what I like, what I don't like, my overall thoughts on the game, and my recommendations. In this game, you pick one of these four characters, and there may be two more available via paid DLC. The characters differ from each other in that each one has different skill trees which you can upgrade over time. Each skill tree is based around some unique ability or tool that the character has. The story of the game is basically your character has teamed up with a resistance group and is fighting against the main villain of the game. The villain wants to install mind control devices on everyone. There are three main factions of villains in this game, and they are the Order, which are the main villain's forces, the Rippers, an example of which is the masked guy on the game's cover, and these are basically groups of hostile, crazy people. The third type are Wild Beasts. Your character completes missions and collects weapons and other gear along the way. A lot of the weapons either aren't very good or they seem to become relatively weak, so you are pretty much always looking out for new guns, shields, health replenishments, and grenades. Sometimes you find gear while advancing through a level or by killing powerful enemies. You can also get new weapons by completing missions or by buying them from vending machines. You can also sell old gear to vending machines. During the third mission, you get this hover bike, which can be used outdoors to traverse the world faster. You can also unlock safe houses, which enable you to fast travel to them via the pause menu. Most of the main story missions are kind of long, and from the second mission onwards, all the ones that I played took me at least an hour to get through the first time when playing by myself. There are boss battles throughout the game. This game can be played as a single player game or a co op game. Here's what I like about the game. I like that the environment in this game has a lot of greenery. I like the color green. I also like that this game can be played both co op and single player. Now, for what I don't like. I don't like that the main story missions tend to be very long, and by that I mean almost all of them tend to take an hour or more the first time you play them. Secondly, none of the four characters really interest me much. Amon is very buff, but none of the characters' special abilities really interest me, except for maybe Vex, but I'll talk about that in a bit. My favorite types of Borderlands characters in this series are ones in which you can summon or deploy some sort of helper, be it a creature or robot. The only one of the four characters with something like that is Vex, but I really don't like the witchcraft aspect of her background. Also, the guns on the hover bike are kind of underpowered compared to those on the dune buggy in Borderlands 2. Similarly, most of the guns in this game are sort of weak relative to the current story mission. Enemies seem to take a lot of shots to bring down with most guns. So I would spend a lot of time on the inventory screen comparing guns, trying to pick out one that was a little better than the others. Another thing I don't like is that boss battles are a brutal experience when playing single player. You can die when the boss's health is almost out, and then you have to start the whole battle over. Boss battles are much easier when playing co op because in co op you only have to start over if everyone in your group dies, and another player can revive you while your character is bleeding out. Of course, boss battles are also easier because you have multiple people shooting at the boss at the same time. Overall, I rate this game a 4 out of 10. The game is just not fun to play. I felt relieved when a mission was over because I didn't enjoy it and it was stressful. Also, the missions tend to be very long. Single player is a miserable experience. Co op with a random other player is a little better, at least, and that boss battles and getting through missions is easier. This game might be fun if you play with an actual friend of yours. From a technical standpoint, the game is good in that I haven't come across any bugs, but as I said, the game is just not fun to play. Here are my recommendations. Don't buy Borderlands 4 unless you already like Borderlands games and have a friend who really wants to play this game with you. If you do buy it, it is not worth the full price of either $79, $99 or euros, depending on where you are. So either get it used or on sale for a steep discount or through a subscription service. Regardless of how much this game costs, this game is not worth your time because there are many good games out there. As for games to play instead, Ghost of Tsushima is a great game overall, and it includes a multiplayer mode named Legends. Also, the first two Borderlands games are fun. The pre-sequel and 3 might be decent, but I have not played them. On another note, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 looks neat. Although I have not played it yet, I have heard that it is fun. Another game I recommend is Super Mario Odyssey, which is a very fun platformer game. It is primarily a single-player game, though it has co-op functionality in that player 2 can control the magical hat Cappy. Thank you for watching. To help me make more great content, please like and subscribe.